Happy belated Pride and happy Disability Month, Disability Pride Month. A lot has happened. I remember the last video I uploaded, I think it was a tarot tag. Maybe it was in Green Army. Some life updates. I figured out I'm a lesbian. And I'm still figuring the gender thing. I might be like flipped or STEM, or non-binary, or like both. I don't know. I'm figuring it out, but I've figured out for sure that I am definitely a lesbian. With like some, it might be more accurate to say I'm like bisexual in terms of like I'm attracted to women and like people whose gender I want to like also be like kind of like a masculine, like well, like some non-binary people, people who I want to look like I'm kind of attracted to. I think I'm not 100% sure about that, but I am attracted to women anyway. That's that part I got for sure. So I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend. I had it was a little complicated, but it was rough. The main good thing about it was that we don't live together, and we don't even live in the same state. And he's really hurt by this, but at least we don't have to like be in the same place together. But with dealing with our complicated emotions. So yeah, that was rough. But I've been exploring different kind of clothes. I kind of went on a shopping spree. I stopped short of like having like lesbian kind of identifiers aside from like my clothes, because like I live with my homophobic mom, and my plan is to go back to school maybe next year after I've paid off some of my credit card, so I have a better chance of being approved for private loans, and get my master's in psychology, I think, and try to become a counselor. I didn't want to do computer science, but then I was like getting carpal tunnel and like all the time when I study, like when I was studying, and like maybe physical therapy would help, but I feel like it's not a good sign if I'm already getting like injuries and stuff. So like to the point where I couldn't type and had to wear like braces and stuff. So and also I don't want to take calculus again because the way the credits would have transferred, I would have had to take a different kind of calculus. And I'm done with math. I mean, like maybe I'd like to learn it again because I feel like I do have the brain for it. It's just like, I don't know. It's not. Anyway, like reduce the barrier to entry, I guess, for myself to like get like independent. So. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I started therapy again. My sister kind of was like, maybe you should go to therapy if that would help you. And I had like, I've been in therapy before and it helped, so I thought we're gonna be doing the Mastering ADHD CPT workbook together, and he's gonna help me on other stuff, and that's what we're gonna be focusing on for now. Like self-esteem and stuff. I asked her if she was queer friendly, and she had like some pin or something, and like it was really a pain. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She had a thing, and she like mentioned an event that she goes to regularly, so that's cool. Anyway, this card was my card of the day, and I drew it before, I think last week or this week, um, from a different deck. Which deck was it? Let me see what deck it was. I am curious. I drew it on the 23rd. That was a while ago. From their Universal 8. I thought I got it before that too. Hold on. Sorry. I guess that's when I drew it. Oh, okay, never mind. But so it's like about acting in self-interest, even if it hurts other people or is a negative for other people. It's like a positive for you, and that can look like being a bully, and that can look like being like aggro or selfish. And it can also be like antisocial kind of behaviors, like taking things or doing things at the expense of other people, like stealing, or I don't know about lying. Maybe lying, maybe violence, maybe being like abusive or something. But it can also be someone who doesn't know how to compromise. And I think the fine line of this card is like you can act in self-interest, but you should also know the line. There's a fine line between self-interest and like being like totally self-interested, and like doing things that are good for you, but also like trying not to hurt other people, and like learning how to compromise, and like sure, like there's like a give and take. I think someone who's like embodying what this card normally means is like doesn't know how to compromise. And I guess I've been thinking like, so I am like kind of compromising right now, like secretly with my mom. She doesn't even know that I broke up with my partner, and she was expecting him to move here because we had talked about that recently, and she definitely doesn't know I'm a lesbian, or she, yeah, and, well, I'm like focusing on like trying to get my education soon so that I can like move out basically, and then do whatever I want, like date if I want to, or have friends over, work queer without them having to deal with her. And at the same time, I'm kind of recognizing she's like sacrificed a lot to like let me have the life I have, and by like working 2 jobs and stuff. So like I don't want to just like ditch her because like I'm helping pay for some of the bills, and my credit card's being used to pay the rent, which is kind of a hard situation because like we're kind of behind. So credit card's just racking out debt, which is why I want to focus on like paying it off this year. And yeah, if I left, she'd be stuck or in a bad situation. So if I move out, I can like have a good job. I'm thinking I can help pay bills sometimes, while still being independent. And if she even got over her homophobia, maybe eventually we can live together again. But that might take some time. So I wanted to like give her the time she needed to process that, like, while I'm not in the house with her. I am drinking a beer. It's pretty high ABV. So part of me currently just wants to be selfish and either like just tell her and let her like deal with it now, and then have friends over if I want, and date if I want now. And some part of me like wants to just move out now and like tell her, and she can deal with it since it's kind of a hateful ideology she's holding. But I don't think I'd feel happy with myself if I did that. I think and otherwise she is a good mom, so yeah, it's complicated. So I feel like this card is kind of like the hateful ideology I'm living under a little bit, and like how I'm like dealing with it is to like not engage with it, I guess. I'm trying to play the long game. Yeah. That's also this is unrelated, but like I'm hoping my therapy helps with like my ADHD, because like I'm only taking meds for my schizoaffective disorder, which is an antipsychotic, and it does help with some of my ADHD symptoms, but I don't think it helps with like the focus too much, and the working memory, and I would like to like I have so many things I want to do. Like I want to get like fit. I want to get better about like hygiene. Like I don't floss, and I want to get back on flossing. And my therapist kind of recommended that. She's an older lady, and she says she's had some dental issues, but she neglected flossing. So like stuff like that. I want to get my hair done. Maybe pay for it. Or just I don't know, something. I don't know if I can afford to get my hair done regularly. I want to eat healthier. I want to pay off my debt, my credit card debt. I want to make friends. I think I'm gonna work a little bit more. I still want to play games with my friend. I want to have like a routine that I do every day that's like more tight, not so like sprawled out throughout the day, and kind of like I get to it when I get to it, because I feel like that takes up a lot of my day. I want to get better at tarot. I'd like to have a relationship with my gods that isn't like so cut and dry. Well, I want to fit in my life, and I make like sporadic progress all over the place, but not in one direction, so I don't get very far. I feel kind of aimless sometimes, because there's so much stuff I want to do, and I'm like, gonna do a little here, gonna do a little there. I definitely want to prioritize like getting fit and having my routine down and paying off my credit card. Yes. And then and going back to school. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna work on a tarot tag prompt that looked interesting. Oh, also, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I had an aviation. I forget what drink that was. I think that was like the creme violet, whatever you call it. Basically like a lemonade tasting thing. And I had a pina colada, and I love the pina colada. The aviation was okay. Just wanted to report from the liquor tag, the tarot bartender tag. But yeah, this is kind of a ramble. Thank you very much. And I'll work on that tag. Goodbye.